Hello, I am Gender Bent, and this is the News at Gen for October 4th, 2021, National Taco Day. Blessed day to be sure. I need to stay up right on top of the show. And show note, the new season of Saturday Night Live started on Saturday with a bevy of 10 new writers, none of which were me. Also, the problem with Jon Stewart is also gearing up, which I did not get as well. So now I can only draw one conclusion. They enjoy the News at Gen way too much to pull me away. Now only if they would like and subscribe. Thank you so much. I appreciate all your love. Thank you, John. Great. Lauren, if you're watching, I appreciate this opportunity. Today's top news stories are all related to our friend, soon to be 2 years old, Terrible Twos, the coronavirus. That's right, the first known case of coronavirus can be traced back to 2019 in November. Happy upcoming birthday, C. I'm sure we'll talk again about you in the next month. But our first COVID story is about Justice Brett M. Kavanaugh. Fun fact, the M stands for I love beer. The justice, seen here with arguing with a barkeep after getting cut off, tested for coronavirus and tested positive. This was announced Friday. Unfortunately for the conservative faction of the court, Kavanaugh is still about a year too late to kill Justice Ginsburg. Wait, is this the return of...
Scotaligious.
No. I just wanted to reuse that graphic I made last year. I remember that as a whole year ago. Wild times. Next up on the docket, Governor of California and recall survivor Gavin Newsom has implemented a mandate for children to be vaccinated against COVID to attend school this year. There's no testing alternative. The lack of testing alternative upsets some critics, including Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman, whose children have already passed all their tests perfectly. Well, that joke went all the way back to 2019, just like the pandemic. Remember that? Before the pandemic, when that was a concern? Well, at least one of the concerns. And good news affiliated with the coronavirus, pharmaceutical company Merck announced potential treatments for the most severe effects of the disease. And I know what you're thinking, right now? Now? But it's the perfect time. We just hit 700,000 deaths. Great timing, Merck. Way to keep on those round numbers. I appreciate that. Speaking of joining the 700 Club and moving away from the coronavirus, noted stop clock Pat Robertson is going to step down into host of the 700 Club after 25 years of making the world a worse place at least 95% of the time. And the other 5% embodying the clickhole headline, heartbreaking, the worst person you know just made a great point. At 91 years old, this is a long time coming, but at least finally a baby boomer has retired and now a younger person can be hired in his place. Well, that's partially true. Pat's son, Gordon Robertson, will be taking over at the crisp young age of 63. That's still a baby boomer, right? What the hell, man? Moving on from Corona to cancel culture. Cheyenne, Wyoming, Campbell County Public Library has some books, and some people don't like those books, and some people don't like those things those books are saying about LGBTQ folks. In keeping with Wyoming tradition, parents are outraged that the books say that perhaps being gay ain't all that bad. And these Jesus warriors are pressuring librarians. They even threatened a transgender magician who's performing acts for youngsters. Magicians. This is the least harmful thing. She gonna pull a vagina out of her hat? The act was canceled amid threats against the magician and library staff. Are they afraid? Can't their ideas stand up under scrutiny? What's happening to dialogue in this country? Are the right afraid to debate their own bigotry? How much higher can my voice go? In sadly related news, Sandy Hook parents have won a defamation case against conspiracy theorist and sentient tomato Alex Jones. But Mr. Jones said it was all a misunderstanding because he didn't think the government had perfected androids yet. Gotta think about the androids, Alex. Gotta think of the androids. Speaking of conspiracy theories, YouTube says it has banned noted anti-vax organizations, such as the Children's Health Defense Fund. It will also remove any videos that spread misinformation about any vaccine. But don't worry, you can still lie about literally anything else. Tuna is made from fish. Fish is made from tuna. You love the news at Jen. But that's not a lie, is it? Is it true? The path to enlightenment lies at the Patreon. Capitalists must be hoisted by their own petards. Also in hoisting news, the United States Postal Service is slowing down their first-class service effective last Friday. The new name for first class is now Where's My Stuff, Amazon? In more what the hell news, the federal government has averted a shutdown this week with an emergency spending package, which sets up another government shutdown in 2 months. When asked about what caused these issues, House Leader Nancy Pelosi says, well, we just suck is all. Also in most of us suck news, the government suggested that we move 23 species from the endangered species list to the extinct species list. The government says that humans are the ultimate cause of these extinctions. But I just have to say that my cat just loves hunting down small birds. And can we blame it on them? Also in most of us suck news, the number of murders spiked in 30% in 2020 over 2019 numbers. This is the largest jump ever recorded. So what do I want to know is, who do I have to kill to get these numbers down? Mr. Murray Tennant of Smethport, Pennsylvania believes he has an explanation. He said sometimes when you're stuck with your mom inside for months and you just get tired of her asking you to take out the trash and to mow the lawn, you know what happens. A special note that Murray is one of those people that calls his wife Mom. Also in things that lots of Americans struggling with nowadays is jobs. West Virginia regularly ranks among the nation's poorest states. So even the governor, Jim Justice, is looking for a third job. He already coaches a high school girls basketball team, but he was looking to pick up a high school boys basketball team too. But to be fair to Governor Justice, taking money from coal companies is really a part-time job, max. In international news, Nobel Prizes will be announced beginning Monday. It's expected that there will be some kind of reward for COVID vaccine researchers who surely deserve it. Also, I was not nominated for the Nobel Prize in Literature, mostly because my upcoming novel, The Smallest of Problems, isn't out until next year. Just wait, because the news at Jen doesn't stop breaking headlines over your knee like a pissed-off baseball player. Like this one. The McRib is back. No? We'll stay overseas then. This time stopping in Russia, where there's expected to be a royal wedding of the descendants of the Romanov family. Notoriously incompetent and equally notoriously final Tsar of Russia. This is the first royal wedding in Russia after more than 100 years, and to be honest, I'm surprised they were let back in the country. But, things are different now. They already have another Tsar. And we'll turn lastly to local news with an in-depth editorial. A Rockford, Illinois panhandler has complained that drivers are throwing dead fish at him while he's begging. Now, regardless of your opinion on panhandling, we must all acknowledge that these are people, and that the people who throw dead fish at them are a special kind of weird. Imagine this. Now, the intersection of State and Mulford, where this particular gentleman does his thing, is a particularly busy intersection of two major roads in the Rockford area. This means that someone, somewhere, must think ahead to throw fish at this particular panhandler. Someone has to go to the store and buy the fish, or I suppose catch and kill them, which is even more weird. Then the driver must keep their fish in the seat next to them as they approach the intersection of the off chance that the beggar will be near the lane that the fish tosser is driving in. Then the tosser must reach into whatever container they have, unless, like some kind of monster, they just have raw fish in their passenger seat. And they touch raw fish. These are not sushi cuts, I trust. These are, when they say fish, they're not chunks of fish, but whole fish. So this person must take the fish and pass it across their body, contaminating not only both hands, but potentially their lap as the fish drips. And then they throw it out the window at speed. to strike a moving man holding a cardboard sign for $100 a day. And what if you miss? And you don't want to miss with the fish. So this implies practice. That's just the setup, because the person who threw the fish now has a dirty fishing steering wheel to clean, and in their hands, I hope to God. But this is Rockford. Who knows? All I'm saying is that this is a lot of work to maybe hit a beggar with a dead fish. Maybe you should focus your ire elsewhere, like anywhere responsible for the plight of those without the means. America. So that's the news at Gen for Monday, October 4th. I hope you enjoyed it. A thank you to my patrons and subscribers and likers, and that's not you, then why not? I lost a patron this month, which happens. It's a tough time out there for some people, but if you can contribute, great. I already distribute all the profits from this venture to other LGBTQ creators, so check them out at queercoded.com for your hopefully daily humor needs. The more I get here, the more I can give there. I've been doing this for over a year now, so I thank you for your time and patience and love and support. And also remember, I love you.